My dear students, there are different views about electronic resumes and the paper-based resumes. Let's come and discuss those different views by different researchers. Electronic resume, up until the late 1980s and early 1990s, all resumes were printed and delivered on paper. So most of the companies were using only paper-based resumes. Today, many companies report receiving a 50-50 ratio of paper and electronic resumes. Now there's a shift. In the early 1990s, most of the resumes were paper-based. But now, 50-50 ratio of electronic resumes and the paper-based resumes. While there are some companies which boast of having a no paper policy, means paperless environment. So if it is a paperless environment, it means all the resumes would be the electronic resumes in the future. Proponents of the electronic format offer the following reasons for discouraging paper resumes. There are a number of supporters for the electronic resumes, and they are giving number of reasons for discouraging paper resumes. So let's discuss that what are those reasons that we need to discourage paper resumes. Number one, paper costs considerably more than the average electronic file of 6 kilobytes. There's a calculation of the cost. Papers are more expensive. It is not environmental friendly. So electronic resumes are cheaper as compared to the paper resumes. Number two, processing paper into an electronic format takes longer than processing on originally electronic file. For example, if you have an initially paper-based resume, it would take more time to transfer paper-based resume into the electronic resume rather than having electronic file of resume in original format. So it is better to use electronic resumes. This is said by most of the supporters of electronic resumes. Number three, mail delivery is slow. There's an example. The average United States-based letter takes 3 days to reach its destination. This time is even longer in Pakistan. So the average electronic transmission takes 3 seconds in USA as well as in Pakistan. So it is very fast. It is a fast mode of delivery. Number four, electronic files can be formatted, extracted, and otherwise manipulated in the countless ways. They can also be incorporated with other data or stored in various applications or systems. So there are a lot of ways of storage, there are a lot of ways of formatting, there are a lot of ways of extracting it. So you can use several ways of electronic files. There are also the supporters for the paper resumes. Paper resume supporter argued that electronic resumes are often difficult to read and it lacks a professional look. It is not that professional like a paper-based resume. In addition, they also argue some applicants concern about confidentiality and privacy in electronic format, as well as they have a fear that their electronic resume will get lost in a mile-high cyber pile. So there are cyber piles of number of electronic resume, and their resume would be lost in it. While if they would mail paper-based resume, then it would be projected more in the organization. Accordingly, if businesses don't offer a paper resume as well, in addition to the electronic resume, these applicants may bypass them entirely and ultimately become someone else's employee. So I thought it is very important to have a paper-based resume as well as electronic resume. That if someone is not comfortable in electronic resume, then they can go for paper-based resume as well. And you can get a better qualified applicants if they are more tilting towards paper-based resume. Whatever your personal preferences, everyone agrees on one thing. What is that one thing? Reading electronic resume is unlike reading paper resume. So their reading is unlike, means reading resume, electronic resume is different from reading paper-based resume, while the focus remains the same. What is the focus? The focus is searching for information that reflect a person's ability to perform a job. Its ability to perform a job, its ability of the presentation and the format of that information is dramatically different. There's no doubt that the presentation and the format of electronic resume is different from the paper-based resume. But the information is same. As one recruiter puts it, what pleases a computer is likely to bore a person. So being an HR manager, you need to decide whether you are going for the paper-based resume or electronic resume. So my humble suggestion to you that it is better to use both of the format, electronic as well as paper-based. If it is a paper-based, then it may help to some of the candidates. If it's an electronic resume, it may help to another number of candidates. So better to use both kind of resume so you can get both kind of applicants, qualified applicants for your job vacancy in the organization.